What's up, everybody? Fired up. Golly, I woke up today with so much gratitude, so much energy. It's been like that for the last few days. Just waking up at five something every morning, just ready to go. Like I'm ready to go. I don't know what it is with me right now, but I'm just like focused, fired up, excited about life, just in my element, like I've never been before. What I wanted to talk about today, excuse me, what I wanted to talk about today was the fact that we are unlimited beings. We live in a magical universe. I always think of it like a video game, like an open world video game. I don't know if any of you have played video games before, but it's like we're these just avatars. We can upgrade our avatar. If you want to be stronger, do some push ups. If you want to have more endurance, go run or do something ride a bike or something. If you want tattoos, get tattoos. If you want to cut your hair a certain way, if you want to tan, go get out in the sun. If you want to be healthy, eat clean, drink a lot of water. Like we are spiritual beings inside of this avatar that we have the ability to control. We have the ability to program our software that runs our multi-trillion-dollar computer between our ears by what we read, what we listen to, who we associate with. We have human God-given faculties like intuition, memory, the ability to create. Everything you can see right now from where you're sitting was created. God created us in his image, who he is a creator. What makes you think we don't have the same creative faculties to where we say, hey, I have an idea. I want a pretty coffee mug. And we have the ability to create it. We have all these elements on this earth that we can utilize to create just about anything we want to do. They have people that have gone to outer space. They have people that have invented flight. We can jump on a jet, jump on an airplane, carrying all these people. I mean, you could carry vehicles on an aircraft. I mean, and fly up get this big piece of metal, heavy piece of metal up in the air and flying people around to a specific destination safely all over the world. You're listening to me, whether you're watching me or listening to me on the podcast or watching me on video in real time. If you're live from wherever you're at, my computer is not connected to your computer, yet you can still see my face and hear my voice in real time. If you would have told someone that 50 years ago, they would have laughed at you. Told them that 100 years ago or showed them how to do it 100 years ago, they'd have probably burned you at the stake for being some kind of sorcerer. We don't even know what's possible at the rate of increase in development with technology. Now we have more technology to create even more technology. Who knows what the future holds? It is limitless. But we live in this magical universe. And how most people go through life, it feels like they go through life just focused on the destination. Well, I'll be happy when I have this car. I'll be happy when I have this house. Or most of them are like, well, I'm just unhappy. I'm content with being unhappy. I'm content with going to a job I don't like. I'm content with doing things that I don't like, being in a relationship I'm not happy in. And they just sit there and they're like, well, I have one life on this earth, one life as you. Now, I'm not saying what happens after you die. Obviously, each person has their own beliefs in faith about what happens after they die, but everyone will be in complete agreement that you will never be you on this planet walking the earth as you ever again when you die. Yet we live with zero sense of urgency, or a lot of people do, as far as how much longer you even have on this earth to do something, to live free and do what you want to do. I'm telling you how I've never talked to people on their deathbed about this, but I've heard countless stories and testimonies of people who worked in hospice, worked on the medical field, talked to people who are laying there on their deathbed saying, I wish, I regret that. I didn't spend more time with the people I cared about. I regret that I didn't try more things that I wanted to do. I regret that I didn't take more risks. I regret that I didn't live a life true to myself, but I lived for other people's approval and lived very unhappily throughout the entire course of my life because I was afraid of what people might think, or I was just brainwashed to think that's what I was supposed to do. I was indoctrinated into a belief system that it was noble of me, or it was expected of me to do these things, XYZ, go through my life unhappy because of what I was expected to do by my peers or my family or whoever. And then they look back and they're like, damn, man, I wasted it. Hopefully the next life's great. Hopefully the afterlife's great because I let this one, I dropped the ball on this one. I don't want that to be you guys. I don't want that to be me. And it's just, how soon do you recognize it? How soon do you go from being the victim to a survivor? How soon do you go from being a survivor to a creator? What does it take to go through this life to realize how much power you possess as God's highest form of creation? You're not a tree. You're not a gecko. You're not an elephant. You're a human being. A human being. There's nothing that was created by God on this planet more advanced and sophisticated as a human being. We run the planet. Now, some of us do a better job at running at things than others, but human beings run the show. And you're one of them. You are one of them. You may have spent a lot of your life as a sheep. You may be a wolf. You may be someone who is content with just living how others tell them to live, or you may not be content with that, and you just say, hey, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm disgusted with the way I've lived my life up until this point. I'm tired of going to a job that I don't like, listening to another human being degrade me, tell me when I can go eat lunch, tell me when to show up, tell me how to dress, tell me when I can go home, tell me if I can spend X number of days with my family on the days that I hope to spend with my family or with people that I care about. I really like to take my kids on this trip, but my job doesn't really pay me enough. I have to save up for a little while, or I have to ask permission to take these days off in hopes that this human being will allow me, give me permission to spend time with the people that I care about in the way that I want to spend time with them, or at the exact time that I want to spend time with them. It's just, you live with so many limitations throughout your whole life because you think that that's what you're supposed to do. When the fact of the matter is, you are capable of breaking that system, of breaking out of that rat race. You're so powerful. You are so powerful. And it's not, most people just go through life, well, I'm here's where I am and here's where I want to be. That's the journey, but I'll be happy when I reach there. When I reach the destination, I'll be so happy. Yet they miss it because the joy and the happiness is not in the destination, but it's in the journey. Well, how can I be excited? How can I be happy when the journey is so difficult? Good. It's good that it's difficult. Life is difficult. That's how we grow. You have to have the polarity. Without bad, without difficulty, you don't have good. You don't have opportunity. Life is a mixture of opportunity and difficulty. Sometimes there's more difficulty than opportunity. Sometimes there's more opportunity than difficulty. Well, the economy sucks right now. We're in a recession. Well, guess what comes after a recession? Expansion. Guess what comes after expansion? Recession. It's ebb and flow. It's part of the journey. It's part of life. It's patterns going back through history. You'll see patterns of the same thing happening. Economy fluctuates. I mean, even the things, health risks and things like that, pandemics, things like that. It's patterns. A lot of it's about control. A lot of it's about how the society going to respond to what we tell them to do. Some of it's There's a level of legitimacy to it, and sometimes there's not. We don't know because, like I said, human beings just like you and me are running the show. There's always room for human error. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. People make mistakes. Some people learn from those mistakes, grow from those mistakes, and become better after those mistakes. Some people don't. Everybody is unique. Everybody's unique. If that doesn't tell you we were created and there's billions of people, yet no one's exactly the same, more than an identical twin, other than an identical twin, even I have, my little brothers are identical twins, and I've been able to tell them apart their entire life. I can look at pictures when they were babies and I can tell them apart. They're different. No one is exactly alike. No one is exactly like you. No one possesses the characteristics and attributes that you possess, that you could go and utilize those attributes to find a purpose in this world, to add value to other people, to leave some kind of mark on this planet before it's too late. Every single one of you have the ability to do that. And I don't know what each of you want. I can sit up here and talk about living free and living on a fully autonomous lifestyle and not having to listen to anybody. That's been my philosophy for a long time because I've lived it. It's not theoretical to me. I was on the opposite side of that coin. I was in the military. I served in Iraq. I followed orders. I was in law enforcement for 11 years, 8 of which I was a Louisiana State Trooper. There's years that I spent of my life being just taking orders. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. I will do this, sir, because you told me to do it, sir. I've lived that life. I know what it's like. And then for over 8 years, I've lived the complete opposite side of the spectrum, where I wake up every day when I'm tired of sleeping. I go to sleep when I'm tired of being awake. I spend time with who I want to spend time with, doing whatever I want to do for however long I want to do it. I live the whatever I want to do life, and I've been doing that for almost a decade. So I'm not coming to you pretending like, hey, this is possible. I know it's possible because I've already done it. And I've already done it for years and years and years. And my goal is to not make you want to live like me. That's not my goal. My goal is to reach someone who does want to live like me, who intrinsically is uncomfortable just because they know they're not living the way that they truly want to live, the life that they truly desire to have. And it's not just about money. It's not about chasing money. Money is an illusion. Money is just a transfer of value. It's a transfer of perceived value. Less than 4% of money is even printed out on dollar bills and coins and stuff like this. It's just numbers, and it's just numbers and computers and assets and value, an exchange of value. It is what it is. It's a tool. It can work for you or it can make you work for it. And it is what it is. But there are opportunities. If you're looking for opportunities, there are out there opportunities with very low barrier of entry. I'm a part of one. I help people in one. It's very easy to get started, but what's easy to do is easy not to do. It's easy to get started in the business that you can work part-time, and it's easy to base your potential off of the other people you've seen try the same thing or the same type of thing, or it's easy to conform to the masses and take on the majority opinion of how to navigate this economic world. And I'm just going to tell you, if you do what the average people do, you're going to live an average life. My suggestion would be to observe the masses and do the opposite. Because if the masses are doing it, you're going to live a life of mediocrity. It's okay. If that's what you're content with, by all means. We need people to work jobs around the world. I mean, we have to have people in those positions. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to function correctly as a society. So I'm not telling you, quit your job and come do what I do or be like me. No. That's not what I'm trying to do at all here. What I'm trying to do is reach the people who are like me, who realize I was designed for more than just to go to work, pay bills, and die, and I'm ready to do something about it before it's too late. Some of you do have an intrinsic motivator, like I do, to serve other people, And I'm going to talk about a way that I'm going to serve for free at the end of this podcast. Some of you have the desire to give, and it fulfills you to make an impact in someone else's life. That's why I joined the military. That's why I joined law enforcement. That's why I chose the career path that I did, because it was very rewarding to me to know that I was making a positive difference in someone else's life. But when I got involved in the profession that I'm in now, what I realized, I can still serve in a much greater capacity. I can expand my territory and make a difference in thousands of people's lives all over the world if I show up and lead at that level. If I become someone who other people would want to listen to, follow, be in business with, trust, like, respect, if I can become that, then I will be able to directly or indirectly influence someone's life in a positive way. I've done it. I've spoken on stages all over the country. I've spoken in front of thousands of people multiple times. And I love it. I don't love it because of the attention. I love it because there may be one person who is just like me sitting in the back of that room who gets just a peek into my reality, internalizes that and says, you know what? Maybe I can live free. Maybe I can be more of a present father, be more of a present mother. Maybe I can provide for my family better than I've been able to provide, than my parents provided for me. Maybe I can take some risks in this world, take some chances and live a fulfilled life. And that's why I do it. I'll just tell you, because I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, because I get amped up, man. I'm just telling you, if you can't tell the passion's just coming out of my soul right now, it is 100% authentic. I'll wake up. You can ask my wife, who I'm out of bed when it's still dark outside. I have no reason to be, other than my passion wakes me up in the morning. I'm out of my bed, lights are off, I quietly exit the room. I put in my AirPods. I start cleaning up the kitchen, everything from the night before. Like, I just drink my coffee, my smart coffee with collagen. I love, and I'm zoned in. I've been going, I don't even know what time it is right now, 11:30. I'm zoned in, man. I don't stop. Like, I love life. You know why I love life? You know why I'm filled with so much gratitude? I write in this gratitude journal every morning. I'm filled because I understand what's possible. I understand that we live in this just magical universe with endless possibilities. I understand that there's people out there that need me, that need us, the collective group of people that are like-minded and positive and can inspire someone else to go live their best life. And there's just so many ways to do that. There's so many ways to build something that's scalable, that where you can leverage your time, where you can have time and money. There's countless opportunities like that. We need them more so now than ever. Why not supplement your income? Why not learn how to create a paycheck versus just collect one from someone who gives you just enough money not to quit, and you work just hard enough to not get fired? Well, I love my job, Justin. I really do. I love it. I would just do it for free. Good. Then do it. But Forbes magazine says over 70% of people hate their job. They're disengaged at work. They'd much rather be doing something else than warming that chair from 9 to 5. There's other places they would rather be. There's other people that they'd rather be with. They'd much rather be doing other things that they enjoy versus trading their hours for dollars, trading their life for a paycheck, saying, here, boss, here's another hour of my life. Here, employee, here's $20 for your hour of your life that you'll never get back, no matter how much money you have. The 40 hours you worked this week, you can never buy them back. You can never buy them back. The time with your children that you're missing, you can never buy it back. Once they're older and you miss the time that they're growing up right now, you can't get it back. You can't. Money is the most valuable, non-renewable, I'm sorry if I said money. Time, not money. Time is the most valuable, non-renewable resource. Money does not compare to time. If you want time and money at the same time, you cannot trade one for the other. How can you have both? If I'm trading this paperweight right here that happened to be in the shape of brass knuckles for these AirPods, if I say I'm going to trade these for this, can I have both? If I'm trading one for the other, can I have both? No, I can't have both if I'm trading one for the other. That's what 95% of people do. They trade their hours for dollars. They have an active income, even if they own their own job. Even if I were to go start cutting yards in my neighborhood for money, if I'm not there, I'm not making money. That's an active linear income. I'm trading myself, my time for money. It's linear. 95% of people trade, whether they work for someone or they own their own job, they still have to be there in order to get paid. Those 95% of the population controls about 5% of the wealth in this country. The other 5% who have a leveraged income, whether they're leveraging their time with other people's efforts or they're leveraging their money works for them. If they have a leveraged income, they make up about 5% of the population that controls 95% of the wealth. And if you're curious where I'm referencing this from, it's from the book Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's one of the most sought after finance books on the planet. I'm not just making this stuff up, but it's just the fact of the matter is, if you have to be there in order to get paid, you're not making money while you're sleeping. If you're not making money while you're sleeping, you're limiting yourself on the amount of time that you can spend in your life doing what you want to do, period. That's it. End of story. So it basically comes down to what you want. And then sometimes people don't even realize what they want. I have times where I'll talk to someone on an interview and I forgot to tell you what I was going to do, the way I was going to add value, which I'll go back to that in just a second. I get fired up and I get on a rant. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I get amped up about this. I'll be in the swimming pool talking to my friends in the backyard, sipping on whiskey, and they'll bring up something about entrepreneurship or business or personal development. And like I set my drink down. I'm like, y'all want to talk about this? Let's talk about it. And I will get fired up at the end of it. Like they're like, everybody's just kind of looking at me after about 10 minutes. I'm going on a rant because I believe in this so much. This is who I am. It's my magnificent obsession. It's my definite purpose. It's just, I'm passionate about this because I've lived it. I'm living it. Here's what I'm going to do. I've been doing these 30-minute one-on-one Zooms with people on my team. I was like, hey, look, I got a lot of time. Time is the most valuable resource that I have. It's the most valuable commodity that any of us have because, like I said before, it's non-renewable. This is what I'm doing. I've been doing 30-minute. Yeah, exactly. I just saw your comment, Stephanie. This is what I'm doing. I've been doing 30-minute Zooms. Hey, guys, I'm free all day. If you want a 30-minute one-on-one, reach out to me. We'll do a Zoom. We'll start talking. Guys, when I tell you we've had some breakthroughs, we've had some emotional conversations. And this is just mentorship with the team. You know, it is what it is. Last year, I did a Live Free mentorship program. I charged for it. It was for 90 days. I did an hour Zoom once a week with multiple people for 90 days. Live Free mentorship program. It cost X number of dollars. It is what it is. It was great. I loved it. It was really great. We had some great breakthroughs. I was thinking to myself today, how can I give back? How can I give back to people that would maybe want to have a conversation with me? And I said, I know how. I have all the time in the world. I sit here, I work my business a good hour a day. I'm intentional about that hour. Unless I create content or something like this, that may take a little longer. Whatever. I have a lot of time. Because of what I've done over the last 8 years, I have lots of time. And time is extremely valuable to me. I protect my time and my energy at the highest level. So don't think for 1 second that this is just me cutting anyone short or trying to give less than giving money or giving anything else away. My time is extremely valuable to me. I won't even answer my phone or respond unless unless you're somebody that's knows me, important to me, a team member, somebody like that, I will respond. But if you don't, and I don't know you, good luck. I don't respond. I'm just being transparent with you guys. My point in that is my time is extremely valuable. But this is what I'm going to do. What can I do that's easy? If you just share this live stream, or share this post, this video, this podcast, whatever, you just share it. And if you're not on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, send someone the link. If they're listening to this on podcast, send someone the link and tell me you did it. I believe you. I have no reason to not believe you. If you're on Facebook, I can see who shares it on here. All you do is share it, and if you want to do it. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to offer, and it may take a little while to get through everybody, but private message me. If you want 30 minutes, you don't have to be in business with me. You don't have to be on my team. You don't have to. In fact, there's no reason for anyone on my team to reach out to me, because I already offer this with my team, and we'll do that, and you take precedence. But if there's anyone out there that says, look, I just want to talk 30 minutes. I'd like you to hear what's going on in my life. Give me some advice. Let's talk business. Let's talk life. I want to offer my time to you guys for free. No agenda. I'm not going to try to get you to pay me anything. I'm not going to try to upsell you on anything. I'm not going to try to get you to join my business or anything like that. Zero agenda. In fact, you'll probably be talking more than me at some point, because I just want to listen to what's going on in your life and give you, if I can, a little bit of value. And if you don't find it valuable, we don't ever have to do it again. But I'm telling you, something magical has been happening in these conversations, these one-on-ones. I'm not some guru. I don't know it all. I'm growing just like you're growing. I have lots of life experience. But something happens in these conversations. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. If it's some sort of gift that God's given me as far as being able to connect, being able to listen, being intuitive as far as what's going on, and being able to understand, and being able to advise and give mentorship. I enjoy it. It's fulfilling to me. It's rewarding to me. And I just want to give back. I want to give back. If that even remotely, and it may not interest you whatsoever. You may be listening to this like, this dude's I have no interest in that. No problem. By all means. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to like my post. I'm not for everybody, and I'll be the first to admit it. Some people I am for. Some people would rather listen to someone else, and that's perfectly fine. I don't try to be. If you're for everybody, you're not for anybody. But I was the guy, 10 years ago, or a little more than 10 years ago, kneeling next to his bed at night saying, God, I need something. Like, I want so bad to live an extraordinary life. Not for me, but for those who I can inspire around me, for my kids to be proud of me, to live a fulfilled life. Like, I just want, I'm so full of life, but I feel so limited on my capability. I dropped out of college. I was never going to be a professional athlete or a movie star or a singer or a doctor, an attorney, any of that stuff that I knew paid, high salaries or earn a lot of money or any of that stuff. I didn't know. But something inside of my spirit always knew, Justin, you're meant for something bigger. You're meant for something greater than what you're doing right now. And I just asked him, God, send me send me a way. I don't need easy. I just need possible. I'll put the work in. I have put the work in. Nothing I've done has been easy. But see, the value comes in the difficulty. What I was saying earlier about embracing the journey, the obstacles, the adversity, understanding that's part of it, embrace that, grow from it. Don't ask yourself, why is this happening to me? But why is this happening for me? I've been through some shit, man. I've been through depression, anxiety, PTSD, broken marriage, broken home as a child, I'm not going to go into personal things that I experienced as a child, but I went through a rough life. There's people that went through way, way rougher lives than I did, that were way poorer than I was. There's people that would look at those problems and trade lives with me in a second. There's people, and when you ask yourself, well, how can I be grateful, Justin? I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm not. Oh no, I promise you, there's somebody that would trade lives with you like that. We live in the U.S. Most of us that are listening to me probably live in the U.S. We have our health. We have people that care about us. We have so much. A God who loves us, who wants us to live an abundant life. We have so much to be grateful for. And when you can be so grateful, when you can come from a position of just gratitude and understand that you are a creator of your future, that you can design a life exactly, the life exactly that you want to live, to the finite detail. And understand that that is not just a possibility. If you believe it, if you expect it, don't want it. Wanting is just wanting perpetuates the state of wanting. You're always going to want it. Well, I'm trying. Well, that's going to perpetuate the emotion of trying. Like, don't try. You already have it. It's you. You already are God's highest form of creation. You already have anything it is that you want. You just got to know it, expect it, and step into that. Will you have to become someone in that process? Yes, you will. But when you can peel back the layers and get into your subconscious paradigm and shift these limiting beliefs that have been programmed into you for decades, and understand that that's because you're living in accordance to your programming, to your thoughts, to your emotions, to that all leads to how you act and the results that you get in life. But if you can dial that back and understand what causes you to act the way you act. It's not that you're not lazy. You're not less worthy than someone else who may have these things or this life, or, you're not less than anyone. You're different than them, but you're capable of becoming the person who can have anything it is that you want in this life. I promise you are. I promise you. I've seen people living the lives that you want to live, and I've seen everything about who they are. Not to be ugly, but they're not that impressive. They're not that much smarter than you. They're not that much better looking than you. They're not any more capable than you are. Now, the difference between where you are and where they are may be time and growth and contribution and the art of becoming who you are. So when I say become, you already are who you need to be. You just don't realize it yet. You already are capable. You just didn't know it. You've been programmed to fall into this system that's been created for us by society, that I'm just telling you, it is designed to hold you back. This world is not designed for the strong people to thrive. It's designed for the weakest people to survive. You are capable. Now, I'm not gonna keep going. I've been on here long enough. Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. If you wanna chat, like, let's get together and let's just talk. Let's talk about your life specifically. This is gonna be my way of giving back. I'm not going to post it, Live Free Mentorship Program, get on my book me here, my calendar. I'm not doing all that. I'm not even doing that. You just message me. I'll look at my calendar. We'll book a time. I'll block it. We'll jump on Zoom and we'll chat. Zero agenda. All I'm asking you to do is share this. If you see it, watch it, you see it, and you're like, hey, I'd like to do that. That'd be fun. I'd be interested to see how that conversation goes. Where, what could come from it. The value is going to be for you. It's not for me. I'm not worried about what comes from it for me. I don't care. I'm not doing it for that. Genuinely, I'm not doing it for that. I don't care if nothing ever comes from it for me. It's either this, do that, or what? Watch Game of Thrones or something, like watch Netflix. I don't know. A lot of times I'm so antsy to just do something productive, to give back in some sort of way. But I oftentimes find myself being complacent sometimes just because I get bored because like you can only go live so many times. You can only, and I'm going to do this more but you can only, there's only so many things I can do. And this is just something I want to add to that list. It's just a way for me to give back. So if you're interested, if you're open to that, want to have that conversation, I'd love to do it. But I'm fired up. We do have some amazing stuff going on in our business right now. I'm not gonna lie. There's so much momentum. I am so focused, but I can still block out time to give back, and that's a way I can do that. So I'm just fired up. I'm ready to go. Amped up. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Like let's go. Like have some sense of urgency. You don't have 300 years left. As much as we tend to think that, we don't. We don't. The time is right now. The time to upgrade your avatar is right now. The time to take some chances, make some new experiences in life, take some risks, get outside of your comfort zone. Comfort is a poison. It's a disease. And what causes growth is discomfort. Be intentional about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Ray Higdon talked about it the other day. He said, be defiant. Be defiant. I love that. Just do something when you don't want to do it. Turn your shower water to cold. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. Yes, there's health benefits, but because you can be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Be so comfortable with being uncomfortable that you're uncomfortable if you're not uncomfortable. If I'm sitting here too long comfortable, it makes me uncomfortable because I know I'm not growing. I'm dying. You're either growing or you're dying. You're either ripening or you're rotting. You're either gaining ground every second of every day or you're losing ground. There's no sitting still. So throughout your day, think about it. And what I'm doing right now getting me closer to my goal or taking me further away from my goal? Because it's either one or the other. It's not both. You're not stationary ever. If you're stationary, you're missing time that you could be getting closer to the goals that you have written down, hopefully. The ones that you review often, hopefully. The ones that are so important to you that when you read them, you feel an emotional connection to these goals. So powerful that it almost puts you in tears. Like, this is so important to me. Emotion is what gives your thoughts life. It's how you pray. When you pray to God, don't just speak words. When you write down your goals, don't just write words. Feel it. Feel the gratitude of it already happening, like you borrowed the memories from the future and like you know what it feels like to have this life already and you feel it and you're grateful and that's where you're at. And everything else will just work itself out. You'll intuitively start becoming the person that you need to become to reach those goals. Because subconsciously, you know this is where you're going to end up. And all along the journey, the adversity, the obstacles that you come into contact with, the stronger that goal, the stronger the clearer, the crystal clear clarity and the more emotion that you have connected to that goal is what will pull you through the adversity. The more clarity you have, the more important that goal is to you. You're going to prioritize things in your life without even realizing it. You're doing it. You're going to become greater. You're going to start reading and associating with and watching things that are going to help you become the person that you need to be to live the life that you want to live. Period. That's it. What that life looks like for you, I don't know. For me, it's freedom. For me, it's doing whatever I want to do and having the financial capability to do it. Am I where I want to be financially? No, not even close. I have mentors that make 10 times more money than I do every month. It's inspiring to me. I don't resent people that have everything that they want to have. I love it. I get amped up. I'm like, oh man, if he can do it, guess what? I can do it. If I can do it, guess what? You can do it. I get excited about that. And so should you. Be grateful that there are people out there setting an example of a life that's possible of living and knowing that you can do it too. Learn how to do what they do. Learn how to think like they think. Get in proximity with people that are making it happen, who are playing the game at a much higher level than you are. And embrace the journey. Embrace it. Be happy right now. Be grateful right now. And expect it. Because I promise you guys, it's possible. It's possible. We live in a magical universe. Everything's possible. The Bible says with God, all things are possible, not small things. All things are possible to those who believe. I believe, and I believe in you. I see people for who they can be, not who they are right now, because they aren't even who they really are right now. They are who they think they should be from all these different people that have programmed them to think the way that they're thinking. So small. So small. Think bigger, faster. Believe bigger, sooner, and you'll have it. Share this. Let's set up some 30-minute Zooms. Like, I have time. I want to jump on one right now. But I got to go train jiu-jitsu here in a little bit. I got to go jump in the pool. I got to live my life and do the things that I enjoy because I have the time to do them because of everything that I just told you. So thanks for listening to episode 3. I'll get it uploaded to all the platforms. I'm fired up, guys. Life is too short to sit still and rest and be complacent and be bored. There's too much to experience. This is too big of a beautiful planet not to go enjoy. There's too many people that need you and your voice of value and your light and of hope that you can bring them. Your children need you to set an example of strength and capability and adventure and life. They're watching you. Don't stop. Don't quit. They're watching you. If you don't have children, do it for yourself. Do it for your last name. Do it for who will remember you after you die. There's 2 times you die. Last thing I'm going to say. Two times you die. The first time is when you pass away. The second time is the last time anyone ever says your name. When's that day going to be? Y'all have a good one, guys. Much love. God bless. Catch you on the flip side.